Hey everyone, welcome back. I recently attended an event put on by the NSSF and the VA that talked about how we as an industry and a community can help prevent suicide by gun. While I was there, I met a couple of key players, including Sarah, the founder of Hold My Guns. With this month being Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, I thought it would be a good time to get a hold of her and talk about what Hold My Guns does and learn about some of the partners that share in that mission. Well, we're with Sarah, founder and executive director of Hold My Guns. Sarah, thank you for sitting here with us.
Thank you, Nick. It's great to see you again.
So why don't you just explain to us what Hold My Guns does?
Hold My Guns is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we are for gun owners by gun owners. We partner with gun shops across the United States, and we provide voluntary firearm storage during times of crisis, like a mental health crisis in the home, or personal need, even things like being deployed or selling a home where people don't want to have their firearms in a U-Haul or in a hotel room. We're making a difference in the community with non-legislative approach that actually empowers the firearms community by providing this option.
Hey everyone, I'm Julie Collab, a pro shooter, 2A advocate, Army veteran, mom, and fan of Hold My Guns mission. Owning a firearm is a huge responsibility, and more gun owners should know about this 501c3 and how it helps those in crisis. You are not alone, and there are ways to secure your firearms safely and get help in times of need. And I wish more people knew about Hold My Guns, because knowing there's such an organization out there with a great goal to assist responsible firearm owners with safe options and storage partners can be very comforting and offers a real sense of security during tough times. Thanks to all the volunteers and partners who make it possible.
To me, Hold My Guns is about destigmatizing the mental health of gun owners.
Hey, I'm Matthew Marisser from ConcealCarry.com. I'm a combat infantry marine diagnosed with PTSD. I own firearms and I've lost buddies to suicide. But suicide isn't an issue unique to veterans. We all battle the spirit behind this fallen world, which can cause depression and thoughts of self-harm. I've intervened to hold guns for buddies going through crisis, and I know a lot of you would gladly do the same, but we can't be everywhere. And that's where Hold My Guns steps in. The organization provides gun owners in crisis a no questions asked legal option to store their firearms by connecting them with partner FFLs across the country. What's more, Hold My Guns offers crisis awareness training and advocates for mental health from a pro-freedom, Second Amendment, and privacy point of view, which I think can help destigmatize mental health issues amongst gun owners. I often hear the word rights get thrown around, but what about responsibility? Maybe you can be a trusted friend someone in need can turn to and ask for help. I believe Hold My Guns mission is a good one, so I ask you to consider how you can support their efforts. Thanks.
So, am I hearing you right, or are you trying to take people's guns?
I'm so glad you asked that. It always scares me when people don't ask that question and they're not thinking about where does this fit in with protection of rights. And we are absolutely not gun grabbers. And part of our motivation here is so that we can empower people to take care of their private matters so that they don't become public ones, so that they don't create a situation where it gives a foothold for someone's rights to be taken away. Over 60% of all firearms related deaths are suicides. And so that number it's a sad number when you think about, though, in the scope of how many defensive gun uses there are each year that prevent people from becoming a victim to violence. So if we can help to address that 60% of firearms related deaths, then we are chopping away at that overall number that fuels a lot of the reasoning for gun control. So I see it as a way that we're not only saving lives, but protecting property and preserving rights.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that you get this question a lot, because that was my first thought when I heard of Hold My Guns. I was thinking, what kind of backhanded thing is this, trying to get around and take things from people. But after hearing you speak at that conference, it was pretty clear that you really are doing this because you love this community.
I do love this community. And I'm part of the community. I'm a range safety officer. I have 5 kids who've grown up with firearms. In fact, I have a distinguished expert, 2 experts and 2 sharpshooters. And even last night, we were at the range teaching young kids how to shoot, ages 8 to 18 at our local league. The firearms community is a protective factor. And I just want to remind our community of that, because so often the firearms community, from the media and people who don't know, really give a bad rap to the firearms community. And yet we are the group of people who we train together. We take first aid classes. There are many first responders and service members in our community. So our community has always been a group of people who take seriously responsibility and protecting what we love and a love for our country. So I think we have one of the greatest communities, and I really want to elevate that. And it makes sense why people would say, what's Hold My Guns about? I really appreciate that healthy skepticism. That is part of situational awareness. And I love that you are having those thoughts. It means that you're a responsible person too.
Hey everybody, this is Jason from the Road Banshee. The reason why Hold My Guns has such an important mission to me is it further allows firearm owners to become more responsible. We can remove firearms from the home and deal with whatever we need to deal with, because we take responsibility for our actions. And we do that without government intervention. When everything is taken care of, we're able to bring our firearms back into the home and continue being that responsible person.
When Randall Family Firearms heard about Hold My Guns, we knew that we wanted to become a firearm storage partner. The mission ties closely with how we treat our customers, and we wanted to share our storage space as a resource for gun owners during their times of personal need. One of the reasons that we wanted to become a partner was that we lost a family member to suicide by firearm. Our love for him motivates us to this calling. We are hopeful that when people see the work of Hold My Guns, they will realize the firearms community cares about them to make life-affirming choices, including securing their firearms while they seek help or manage their personal matters. We know that life has ups and downs. Here at RFF, we are happy to help our customers just like they are family.
Geographically, where is this happening?
Our goal is to have a firearm storage partner in all 50 states. Right now, we have 5 storage locations. We had 6, but our Louisiana location was actually hit by a tornado. They are temporarily closed. In Missouri, we have Branson Cerakoting. In Massachusetts, we have Casey Small Arms, and that's part of the Yankee Hill Machine Complex, by the way. In Georgia, we have American Trailhead. In Wyoming, we have Gold Spur Outfitters, and Washington, we have Randall Family Firearms. So right there are 5 locations and growing. And we're really excited because as this message is taking off and resonating with our community, we have gun shops from all over reaching out and saying, how can we sign up? So we are actually working on expanding our staff to be able to meet those needs and make sure that all of our FFLs have the resources they need, and that we are able to create awareness and outreach in the firearms community so that people understand this service is available so that they can use it.
My name's Chris, and I'm here to share why the mission of Hold My Guns matters to my wife, Michelle, and I. The focus on mental health and empowerment, rather than blaming the firearm and involving government agencies, is truly important. In 2021, 19 days before his 24th birthday, our youngest son, Joshua, committed suicide with his handgun. As Joshua's choice to end his life seemed a spontaneous decision, we cannot say a Hold My Gun storage partner available in our area would have prevented his death. But perhaps with that resource available, Joshua would be alive today. While supporting Hold My Guns and promoting the mission and growth of the organization cannot bring our son back, perhaps doing so can prevent another family from experiencing the pain and grief of a life senselessly ended.
As a community, what would you say is the number one thing that we can all do to help prevent suicide?
Talking about situational awareness, we go to training events and we go out to the range and we try different drills, and we've got our dry fire, and we practice situational awareness, even down to like, where's the best place to sit with our family in a restaurant so that we have a full view of where we're sitting and where are the exits and that kind of a thing, right? And I think that in the firearms community, that it is very easy to be focused on outside threats and to not recognize the vulnerability that we might have happening within our own home, and to kind of be, I wouldn't necessarily say it's willful, but maybe accidentally negligent, to not recognize warning signs in your own home and to not have a personal safety plan. But we need to have a more honest, take a more honest stock of potential threats that are happening within our own home, whether it's someone having unauthorized access when they're a guest in the home, or if someone is really having a hard time in the home. And I think having a humble attitude of, I don't know what today will bring, but I have a plan and I have my resources lined up, that really goes far with suicide prevention. And that way, if we ever do find ourselves in a time of crises, that we know right away, here is our plan for the resources we're going to connect with. Here is our plan for our firearms. Here is what we're going to do to make sure our kids are safe during this time. And so that's something that Hold My Guns does. We provide a personal safety plan. And in that personal safety plan is a plan for what to do with lethal means, not just firearms, but medication, sharp objects, etc.
Hello, this is Gary and Dutch Summey from AmericanTrailhead.com. We are proud supporters of Hold My Guns. We align with their mission and full-heartedly believe in everything they are doing. We've talked to state legislators, local legislators. We've talked to multiple law enforcement agencies. We've talked to other charities that are trying to help veterans and homeless or in the suicide prevention space. And as we've done that, the message of Hold My Guns and the areas it's trying to address with compassion and really make a difference in people's lives has really resonated with all the people that we've talked to.
Hey guys, Attorney Joshua Prince, Chief Counsel of the Firearms Industry Consulting Group, a division of civil rights defense firm. Just wanted to do a shout out to Hold My Guns. When I actually got to speak with Sarah and understand how true she was to this goal, it was my honor and privilege to work with Hold My Guns in establishing it, work with it in establishing its different legal documents that it enters into with different federal firearms licensees, so to ensure all the privacy rights of anyone who uses Hold My Guns are protected. Because I know from speaking with Sarah, at the end of the day, the most important thing to her is that individuals not be stigmatized when they want to go and have their guns stored. They don't want to be asked why. Please consider a donation to them because they're truly doing God's work. Thanks, guys. Hope all's well. Stay safe. Keep your powder dry.
If any FFLs want to get involved, what's the best place for them to contact you?
You can reach us at info@holdmyguns.org. That's by email, or you can find our website, holdmyguns.org. You can see our storage locations on there. And you can also find us on social media. It's usually holdmyguns.org on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So reach out by one of those channels. If you looked at the link in the bio there on our social media, there is actually a form that FFLs can fill out if they're interested in becoming a storage partner, and a member of our staff will reach out.
Great. Well, thank you, Sarah, so much for taking the time to talk about this. I didn't really realize the powerful force behind pushing this message until I went to that conference. A lot of people really care, and they're doing a lot of things to help save some lives. Now, I'm aware this is something we don't all like to talk about, but it's a real problem and it needs to be addressed. Suicide is an everybody problem, and it's going to take effort from all of us to stop it. So remember to check in with your loved ones, keep being the awesome community that you are, and we'll see you at the next one.